This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 892. Raids, Death, and Taxes. Enjoy.
But, 1% of GE value trades, which is
the next big thing.
Yeah.
Every successful
probably
GE trade will be taxed at 1%, applied to the gold given to the seller, so the seller will receive 1% less.
Yeah.
Tannis?
Well, maybe this should crack down on merching, but it won't. But,
No.
Oh, just wait.
Good
Just
start.
wait.
Yeah.
It's a start.
So, again, this brings the issue of inflation and puts it, puts 80% of it or more of it, right, onto the shoulders of average players. And the question of kind of where is the gold coming from that's getting this inflation? And it's alks, it's alkables. Yep. I think that's you could make an argument that gold comes into the game through other means, but
it's the alkables. We know that. I know that.
Raw gold comes into the game through alkables, but items come in through clues and through skilling and through all the other things. And so what this is saying is that people that are producing things that are worth value, not necessarily, right, because you could make the argument that people who bring the gold into the game should bring the gold out, and that's how it was listed, is that PVMers supply the gold for the game. What it really means is that PVMers supplied the inflation.
Mm-hmm.
PVMers supplied the literal gold pieces.
Yeah.
But the value of items brought into the game is shared by everybody who uses those gold pieces and supplies things. The person farming rune ore in an old economy, or in a mica ore now, right, is still producing things for the economy. And so when they're earning that gold for themselves, PVM just becomes the drop for gold pieces, as it kind of always has.
Yeah.
And those gold pieces are used by everybody. And so the tax feels like, from my perspective, it is a more fair application in terms of people who have earned money will now earn 1% less, and that 1% will go to controlling the inflation in the game.
And the hope is that it could take out more than death costs actually did with that.
Right. I mean, the flip side to that argument.
And it's across the board, right? So when a PVMer gets a big drop, it's still 1% of their shit, too.
Right.
Right? When they go to sell it.
Right. And even alkables, right? The alkables will be selling for less, interestingly. So PVMers will make less money from alkables, and the people who are alking those alkables will, their margins will change slightly. I expect alkables to just drop a 1% in price on average, which may not be perceptible.
You might not even be able to see that.
No. Maybe on a systems level. I mean, and again, the issue with this is that, if we didn't have PVMers wanting to feel like they were being rewarded for things, then we wouldn't need to have those alkables, and we wouldn't have the problem to begin with.
And that's what Modjack said. If he wanted to fix inflation overnight, you just remove all the alkables from the game.
Yeah.
And he said that Stone Spirits was actually an experiment in this.
They'd also have to triple the drop rate on every boss rare, because nobody would do bossing anymore, and there would be none of them in the game, because it would be incredibly unsatisfying to, kill a boss and receive 5k.
I mean, they have this going on in old school, and apparently it's working fine over there. So
I think their tax is 3% too. They also have a much, and I'm terrified to say this, it sounds and feels when I have played the game like they have a much worse merching problem than we do.
Oh,
and maybe that's just because the RS3 merchers hide it better. But there's a huge value of trades that are happening well above GE
under
value.
the table.
And even on GE value, max cash items and things that are being traded in mass volumes in merchers that are, and I know we've got a few merchers that listen to this podcast who are, not obviously doing. We've got people that invest their money into buying things and prospecting the value to increase on them and then selling them back.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Fair.
And this is nothing to say we hate merchers. Merchers are the worst. It's that is you're valued to use your economics however you want to do so, and you are storing goods that the economy will then later want. That's entirely valid. I think the issue is kind of a lot of the price manipulation and people that are buying massive volumes of items specifically to manipulate the price.
Yeah, and
in
we'll
a way
get
that
there.
is not part of a free and fair market. That those kind of people and the massive volumes of money that they're trading in, it will really feel a lot of this, and it will pull a lot of money out of the game from those merchers' pockets.
Yeah.
You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.